It's week 1 of the NFL, and we'll see a rematch of the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. It's the Pats and the Falcons, next on EA Sports.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it's the same feeling. Right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're underway in Atlanta. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right, week 1, all has a sense of gratitude, all has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Here's Mitchell again. Has the 1st and more, past midfield. And he gets this one down to the 27. This play goes for 36. And that's a New England first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Again, this is Mitchell. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Free play here. Let's see what he does. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty.
That penalty is declined.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. They're a rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
So 4th down, the Patriots send out the field goal unit, Chad Ryland on the attempt. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. Badgley able to knock it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
This is ahead for about 5. Hauled down that time by Jonathan Jones. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 32. That one's complete to London. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Running it after the penalty. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Lonnie Tavai ranging in for the stop. Got him 5 yards back, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd down, it's Penix. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And he doesn't put much height or distance on this one. This one down right at the 30-yard line.
Good catch in there.
Well, if there's an avoidable penalty, Brock, that's probably it. He just didn't let him make the fair catch, and that's going to help their field position considerably. A costly penalty flag there as that turns 4th down into 1st and 10. May. Brought in close to the 8. Touchdown, New England! The Patriots stretch their early lead to 9. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Staying with Robinson. Spins out of one stop. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Another carry for Robinson. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And in for the Atlanta touchdown! So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. And the kick is good. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Gibson. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
A give to Mitchell, running left. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
May on 1st and 10. He gets it into the hands of Jalen Polk. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. D. Alford getting there for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. Gets it quickly to Douglas. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the air on 1st down, May. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get that one to Jalen Polk. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And this one does not go far. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Falcons scoop it up. Hits the 20. And Atlanta will return it for a touchdown. The Falcons capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Coup on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. To return this, Marcus Jones. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The New England offense running out now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. DeMarco Helms there on the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. First throw for the backup now. That's incomplete left side. Now, Brock, we get a look at their draft class from this year. A group that, regardless of reviews around the league, they are very happy with.
Well beyond the physical traits, there are certain types of players teams are just looking for in the draft. Guys who fit the identity and culture of the building and also match up with their schemes on the field. Looking at a couple names in front of us here, Kate, they just feel like they belong with this franchise.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Offside. Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. Running right with Mitchell. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Mitchell up the middle. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Gibson here from the gun. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Zappi. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
That one's caught along the left sideline. He will go! Touchdown, New England! The Patriots take a second-quarter lead. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Ryland now for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, that right there is going to draw some significant ire from his coach. Close game, and he makes a critical mistake committing that personal foul.
Yeah, you're already fighting to erase the deficit. You cannot afford to give that offense gifts like that.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Robinson on the inside give. And they had that one contained right at the line. That's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, Penix. That's into the hands of Moore. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
And he'll get them enough for a first down. So a crazy first half has finally reached the 2-minute warning. The Falcons are on the move here. First and 10 from the 41. Penix working from the gun. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they're gonna bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. A toss now to Robinson. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. And I'm looking for that to be called again.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Penix here from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Penix now to throw. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Penix. Pitts brings it in. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They go play action. Here's Penix. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Penix now. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Jones. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. All right, so the Patriots headed out on offense again just before halftime. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. Zappi back to throw. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
He's got a man left. And he'll get it up to the 44. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Oh, it put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We begin up at MetLife Stadium. New Orleans in town to take on New York. And it's the home team who are out in front. A couple of touchdowns there for Breece Hall. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Isaiah Pacheco with 2 touchdowns there. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Eagles trying to finish that one off and claim victory. For the Falcons, they were led in the first half by their quarterback, Michael Penix. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's a return from the 7. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Here's 2nd and 7. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there, and the Falcons will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Penix. To the sideline and secured by London. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Now the give for Bijan. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get run.
And he's across for the touchdown, and that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points.
That penalty is declined.
Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriots running their offense out there. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Falcons and this running back headed back out for a new series. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackle made by Jawan Bentley. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10 now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Patriots will take over as he records his first interception of our season. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
The Patriots send Demario Douglas with the football once again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give up the middle to Gibson. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Badgley able to knock it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. This is Robinson. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Here's Penix. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover.
And the kick's away. He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Pats will take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Zappy to the air now. That pass is caught by Smith-Schuster. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. Crosses midfield, still going. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
So the Patriots leaving the offense out there. Look at this. They want 2 more here. He's throwing for it. And now down he goes. He's sacked, and they're unable to tie this game. Down 2. They went for the tie right there, partner. But a game defense able to stop them and hang on to this narrow lead.
I don't hate that call, Kate. In fact, this is one of those gray areas. If it's the 4th quarter, that's absolutely the right decision. 3rd quarter, as I said, kind of a gray area where maybe you're chasing points. Either way, you're behind, and your defense now has to rise to the occasion.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And they get to this one just shy of the opposing 30-yard line. The Patriots and Antonio Gibson back out on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. The give inside to Gibson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Now they're whistling for a timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They give it to Gibson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 47. On the move, past the 40. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Patriots will have a first down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Patriots with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. They'll come up 1st and 10. They run it with Gibson, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Catch made by Mitchell. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
A give on 3rd to Gibson. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 5 yards there on 3rd down, so that's going to make this 4th and short much more interesting.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
This a very important field goal for Chad Ryland. From 37 yards in the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bijan. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
From the shotgun, Penix. That's in the hands of Moore. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Handoff now to Robinson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Penix working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
He's running with it, and he's across midfield into Patriots territory.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Penix on third down. Able to get it to Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Falcons will have a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. 2nd and 3 now. Here's a handoff for Algier. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Play action. Here's Penix. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DP knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Third down, it's Penix. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense all set to go. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Mitchell up the middle. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
He cuts it to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. So many coaches love third downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you've got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons lead by only 2. Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. He'll throw it. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that streak.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Hey, a normal old stop on 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And that 2-point lead, it's still right there on the scoreboard, Brock, after their defense got off the field clean.
And now, Kate, this offensive goal is to make sure that clock expires with that lead still in hand and them holding the ball. You absolutely do not want to give this ball back, knowing the other side still just needs a field goal.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. Now the Patriots calling their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Robinson on the inside give. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
It's no good. A needed extra point is off the mark. They certainly missed a chance there to make this a 2-score ball game. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they gotta get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Cut for big yards on the right side. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. He'll look to throw it. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. He's got time here. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.